Hello, everyone. This is the Reverend, and according to my wife, I'm not only the strongest but nerdiest preacher in the world. Today, we're going to get into the Islamic practice of taqiyya, and we are going to talk about why I never trust a early Muslim convert to Christianity. Now, not trusting them doesn't mean I'm not going to treat them well and that I'm not going to help them learn about Scripture. I'm going to treat them just like I treat any other new convert, but I will not trust them like I would other new converts. And the reason is taqiyya is an Islamic practice about lying when it comes to your faith. If you are in an area where Muslims do not hold the power, in Quran 16:106, it establishes that there are circumstances that can compel a Muslim to tell a lie. Quran 3:28, this verse instructs believers not to take those outside the faith as friends unless it is to guard themselves against danger. Meaning that, there's times a Muslim can appear friendly to non Muslims even though they should not feel friendly. Now, let's be blunt here. The Quran teaches that Muslims should kill non believers unless they convert and say the Shahada. Now, with pagans and atheists, this is their only option: convert or die. That is what the Quran teaches. If you're in an area, though, where there are more Muslims and or not Muslims, but pagans and atheists than there are Muslims, you're allowed to practice taqiyya because, you can't go around murdering people if they outnumber you 1,000 to 1. It's just not going to work for you. But when it comes to Christians and Jews, they are allowed to become, I can't remember the word now, but they're allowed to pay a jizya, a tax, and keep their faith. They don't have to say the Shahada, they just have to say a special tax, or pay a special tax. And basically, it's just to keep them down, to keep them from doing the things that they need to do to follow their faith appropriately. Now, if they're unwilling to do this, same rules: do this, die, or convert. Those are your three options when it comes to being a Christian or Jew in a Muslim controlled area. It's not a very good life. But there are many other verses that deal with this in the Quran. Quran 66:2, Quran 40:28, Quran 2:25, and Quran 3:54. They all deal with the taqiyya, the lying about your faith or your beliefs. And taqiyya can also be practiced not just for being in danger, but to get converts as well. And it doesn't matter if you lied to get the person to convert. If you are a Muslim and you have said the Shahada and all that and converted to Islam and you leave Islam, the punishment is death. That is the only punishment for leaving Islam. They kill you. You'll see a trend here. When it comes to Islam, there's a lot of, hey, you're gonna die. It's a horrible religion. It's the worst religion on the entire planet. I mean, I may not like atheism, and atheism, don't get me wrong, atheism has led to horrible and evil things, and atheism has killed more people than every religion combined. But the core tenets of atheism isn't about murder. One of the core tenets of Islam is murder. That's just one of the core founding beliefs, is killing people. Along with pedophilia, that is another core tenet of Islam. Because according to the Quran, there is no minimum age for a woman to be married. You can marry a woman the day she is born as long as you have permission from her father. And you are allowed to consummate the marriage on that day. That has happened in some Islamic countries. No, it's not common. Normally they're 6 or 7, but that's still horrible and evil. And anyone who has any common decency should believe that pedophiles should receive the death penalty. What are your guys' thoughts on taqiyya? What are your thoughts on Muslim converts to Christianity? Do you trust them the day they convert? Or do they have to prove themselves a little bit? Now, I'm not talking about somebody who you've known for years and you've seen the process leading to the conversion. If that happens, you can tend to trust a Muslim convert a little bit better. You cannot trust a Muslim convert that you haven't known, though. So don't get me wrong on this. When it comes to somebody I've known for years and then they converted, I will get that. I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. This is how that works. Okay, I see where this is coming from. It's just like any other convert, then, really. Especially if they weren't practicing taqiyya beforehand. They're not just going to all of a sudden start practicing taqiyya because, you've been trying to lead them to Christianity or something. Because there's no reason to for them. Muslims, though, that you don't know, that's what I'm talking about. But let me know what your thoughts are, and God bless.